What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are reviewing WrestlePalooza. Jumping to the first match, it was John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, and before the match even got started, we got a surprise, because when they were doing their announcements, Paul Heyman interrupted Brock Lesnar's announcement and introduced Brock Lesnar himself. Then the match started, and Cena got his ass kicked. He got his ass kicked. There was no shot for Cena. He got a little offense, but it was mainly just Brock Lesnar kicking his ass. He hit an F5 on the ref. He hit 4 F5s on Cena during the match, and 3 more on Cena after the match. He was just going crazy. Cena barely stood a chance. Kids were crying in the audience. And that was it for this match, basically. Jumping to the next match, it was a tag match. The Usos versus Braun and Bronson, or The Vision, with L.A. Knight, as the special guest referee. He even had, like, this green pants on. It looked a little weird, but it was cool, I guess. But, no, it was definitely a little controversial. But LA Knight hates Braun, Bronson, and Jay. So, like, over here, Braun was, distracting the ref. Bronson went under the ring, grabbed a chair, and went to hit Jimmy. But LA Knight saw him and didn't let Bronson use it. So Jimmy grabbed it, and he let him use it. There was a little arguing between Jay and LA Knight, but it was like, Jay almost hit LA Knight with a chair because Braun moved out of the way, and Braun Breaker moved out of the way, and LA Knight was right there, so he almost got hit. They were arguing about it, but it wasn't like huge. So they were like sprinkling some stuff in, but it wasn't that big of a deal. But in the end, Jay and Jimmy got speared through a table and got hit with a tsunami to win. So the Vision won. Paul Heyman was out there for the Vision, so he was out there twice. And yeah, that's it. Jumping into the next match, it was Stephanie Valkyrie versus Io Sky. That's supposed to be Stephanie Valkyrie, that's Io Sky. I know they're both Io. But there was a bunch of suicide dives. There was a Spanish fly. There was a corkscrew moonsault. There was a moonsault by Io. They were just pulling out any move they can to try to win the Women's World Championship. This match was kind of short, though, so there's not much to go over. But in the end, Io Sky went for a moonsault. Stephanie Valkyrie moved out of the way, hit her with a corkscrew, and won the Women's World Championship. So Stephanie Valkyrie is your new Women's World Champion. Jumping to the next match, it was CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. This match was a little longer than it needed to be. It kind of ruined the moment of it being AJ Lee's first match, because they just kept going and going and going and going, and it got a little boring after a while. And then when it finally got actually interesting, they ruined it by ending it. They ruined the momentum it was giving, and then ruined it again because it ended when it was actually getting good. But it's a good thing they ended it because it was too long. But there was a lot of double teaming, and Punk and Rollins even hit moves on the woman. So like Rollins pulled AJ Lee out of the ring. Punk hit Becky Lynch with a sharpshooter in the middle of the ring, and then Becky reversed it to like a figure four, and then Punk reversed that into another figure four, and it was like they were going back and forth. It was like a back and forth sequence. It was crazy. One of the funniest spots was when Punk was skipping around AJ Lee, got back into the ring, skipped around CM Punk, and then Punk caught him into a GTS while he was mid-skip. But in the end, they were both on, all four people were on the two different announce tables. Punk was about to put AJ through this one, or Seth Rollins through this one, and Becky Lynch grabbed AJ Lee and threw her into CM Punk, so all three of them went crashing through a table. AJ Lee got put back in the ring by Becky. Becky thought it was over, and then AJ Lee out of nowhere hits her with the Black Widow, and she has to tap. So CM Punk and AJ Lee beat Rollins and Becky Lynch. Undertaker came out right before the main event, sat next to Stephanie McMahon. It seemed a little stupid at first, but then he said to Stephanie, it is an honor to induct you into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2026. So Stephanie McMahon is the first induction into the Hall of Fame for next year. But that's really cool. I like that. She deserves it. But now let's jump into the main event. Jumping into the main event, it was Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Now, this match was crazy. Drew was doing anything he can to hurt Cody Rhodes. He hit an Alabama slam on the steps. He hit him with countless of claymores, countless of Classico Kiss. It was crazy. He did him out of nowhere too. It was kind of cool. I liked it. Cody had some offense as well. It wasn't just Drew, like Brock Lesnar versus Cena was just Brock. But this is where he messed up. Well, it wasn't really him, but the referee was stopping Drew McIntyre from putting Cody Rhodes' head through the announce table again, like he did that Friday on SmackDown. And then he went to actually hit it. Cody moved out of the way. His foot went through the TV. It broke it. And Cody was able to slide into the ring. Drew got in the ring. He hit Cody with a Classico Kiss because Cody went for a Cody cutter. And Drew hit him with a Classico Kiss. Went for the Claymore. But his foot was too weak, so he fell. So then Cody went for the Cody cutter and a Crossroads to defeat Drew McIntyre and retain the title. That is going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.